Have you noticed that your mind doesn't feel quite as sharp as it used to? Maybe you walk into a room and forget why you went there. Maybe names take longer to come back to you. Or you feel mentally tired, even after a full night of sleep. Many people assume the answer is more coffee, brain training games, or expensive supplements. But one of the most powerful ways to support your memory, focus, and long-term brain health may be much simpler. Move your body. That's right. The right kind of exercise may help support blood flow to the brain, improve mood, reduce stress, and encourage the brain to build and maintain healthy connections. And the best part? You do not need extreme workouts. You do not need a gym membership. And you do not need to spend hours exercising every day. In this video, we'll explore what research suggests is the best overall exercise for brain health after 40. Why it may help your memory and focus. And a simple weekly plan you can start even if you haven't exercised in years. But first, let's understand what really happens inside your brain when your body begins to move. You might be thinking, wait, I thought exercise was just for my muscles or my heart. And while it's true that movement strengthens your body, it does something even more remarkable for your mind. You see, your brain is an energy-hungry organ. It makes up only about 2% of your body weight. But it uses nearly 20% of your body's oxygen and nutrients. So, when you move, you aren't just burning calories. You are literally pumping more blood and more oxygen directly to your brain cells. Think of it like this. When you sit still for long periods, blood flow can slow down. But when you engage in moderate movement, your heart rate rises slightly. And that increased circulation acts like a delivery system, bringing fresh nutrients to the areas of your brain responsible for memory, focus, and learning. But there's something else happening, something even more fascinating. Research suggests that regular physical activity may help stimulate the production of a special protein, often called BDNF. Now, that might sound technical, but you can think of BDNF as fertilizer for the brain. It helps support the health of existing neurons, and it may even encourage the growth of new connections, especially in the hippocampus, the part of your brain that is vital for forming new memories. So, in a very real sense, movement doesn't just keep your body young. It helps keep your brain adaptable, resilient, and ready to learn. But not all movement is created equal. So, what is the best type of exercise to get these benefits? And do you need to run marathons or lift heavy weights to see a difference? The answer might surprise you. Because the most powerful exercise for your brain is likely something you can do starting today. Have you ever heard the phrase, the best exercise is the one you will actually do? That idea matters more than most people realize. Because when it comes to supporting your brain, consistency beats intensity. And for most people, the most practical, powerful, and sustainable choice is simple. Brisk walking. Yes, walking. Not sprinting. Not heavy lifting. Just steady, brisk walking, done regularly. So what exactly do we mean by brisk? Walk fast enough that your breathing becomes deeper. You can still hold a short conversation, but you wouldn't comfortably sing along to a song. On a scale of 1 to 10, you're at about a 5 or 6. That pace raises your heart rate in a safe, steady way. And that steady rise in heart rate is exactly what helps deliver more blood, more oxygen, and more nutrients to the brain. But brisk walking has other advantages, too. It's low impact, so it's easier on joints. It's accessible, no gym required. You can do it outside in nature. Or inside on a treadmill. It's social if you want it to be walk with a friend. And perhaps the most important point. People stick with walking because it fits into real life. You can walk to run errands. You can walk on your lunch break. You can walk after dinner. Small chunks, added up over days and weeks, become real, lasting benefits. Now, you might be wondering, is walking really as effective as more intense exercise? Short answer. For general brain health, especially for people over 40, regular brisk walking produces many of the same protective signals that higher intensity cardio does. It supports circulation. It stimulates BDNF production. It improves mood. And it helps sleep. All of these combine to support memory, focus, and long-term cognitive resilience. If you can, aim for a practical weekly goal. Try walking briskly for 20 to 30 minutes, most days of the week. If that feels like a lot at first, start small. Even 2 10-minute brisk walks count, and you can build from there. Finally, remember this: walking is the foundation. Once you've built a walking routine, you can layer in other forms of movement. Add a dance class. Try light strength sessions. Or practice balance work. But if you're looking for the single most accessible, science-backed, and sustainable starting point, begin with brisk walking. It's simple. It's effective. And you can start today. Aerobic exercise, that steady, rhythmic movement that gets your heart beating, does more than make you sweat. It changes the brain's internal environment in ways that matter for memory and thinking. First, circulation. When your heart rate rises, blood flow increases throughout the body, and yes, into the brain. More blood means more oxygen, more glucose, and more of the nutrients brain cells need to work well. Second, BDNF. Regular aerobic activity appears to raise levels of this powerful protein, brain-derived neurotrophic factor. Think of BDNF as the brain's fertilizer. It helps neurons survive, it supports the growth of new connections, and it makes learning easier. Third, the hippocampus. This small, seahorse-shaped region deep inside your brain is essential for creating new memories. Studies show that consistent aerobic exercise is associated with a healthier, often larger hippocampus over time. That's not a magic reversal of aging. But it is a meaningful sign that activity helps maintain the brain structures that underlie memory. Fourth, inflammation and stress. Exercise reduces markers of chronic inflammation, and it helps regulate stress hormones like cortisol. Lower inflammation and better stress control create an environment where neurons can function more reliably. Finally, sleep and mood. People who move regularly often sleep better, and they tend to feel more positive. Better sleep consolidates memories. And a more stable mood supports attention and learning. Put together, these effects explain why scientists consistently find links between aerobic fitness and clearer thinking. But here's the practical point: you don't need to exercise for hours every day. What matters is regularity. 30 minutes of moderate aerobic activity, most days of the week, is a powerful, evidence-backed target. And remember, moderate is relative. A brisk walk, a bike ride, or a dance session that raises your heartbeat will do the job. So, keep moving. Because every time your heart beats a little faster, your brain gets a little more support. Believe it or not, dancing is one of the most powerful brain workouts you can do. Not just because it raises your heart rate, but because it combines movement with rhythm, coordination, memory, and often social connection. When you learn new steps, your brain must coordinate timing, balance, and spatial awareness. That's a full brain challenge. It demands attention, it asks working memory to hold patterns in mind, and it forces your motor system to adapt. All of those processes stimulate neural circuits and may help the brain form stronger, more flexible connections. There's another benefit worth noting. Dancing often makes people smile and feel connected. Enjoyment and social interaction boost mood and lower stress hormones. That combination, movement plus joy, creates a brain-friendly environment that helps memory and attention. You don't need to become a professional dancer. Simple options work beautifully. Put on your favorite song and move for 10 minutes. Join a beginner dance class once a week. Try a low-impact dance workout online. Or learn a few steps of a cultural dance you enjoy. If you're new to movement, start slowly. Focus on rhythm, not perfection. Even short, frequent dance sessions can offer surprising benefits for memory, coordination, and overall brain health. So, if walking is your foundation, think of dancing as the fun, brain-boosting upgrade. It's joyful. It's social. And it trains the brain in ways that regular cardio doesn't. Strength training may not be the first thing people think of for brain health, but it deserves a clear place in this conversation. When we say strength training, we don't mean heavy powerlifting. We mean resistance work that builds muscle, preserves bone, and improves posture and balance. Why does that matter for the brain? First, stronger muscles make it easier to stay active. If your body is functional and confident, you're far more likely to keep moving regularly. And, as we've already seen, movement is one of the most consistent supports for the brain. Second, strength training triggers biological signals that benefit the brain. Resistance exercise stimulates hormones and growth factors, including elements that interact with BDNF, which helps support neuronal health and plasticity. Third, strength work helps maintain independence as we age. Stronger legs and core reduce fall risk. Less fear of falling means more willingness to be active and social, and both of those protect cognition over time. Now, what does a practical, brain-friendly strength routine look like? It can be simple, efficient, and fully scalable. Begin with bodyweight movements, chair squats, 3 sets of 8 to 12 reps, wall push UPS, or incline push UPS for less stress on the shoulders. Glute bridges, to strengthen hips and lower back. Resistance band rows, to support posture and upper body strength. Farmer carries, holding grocery bags or water jugs, for functional strength. If you have access to light dumbbells, add gentle bicep curls, shoulder presses, or step UPS. Aim for 2 sessions per week, on non-consecutive days. Short sessions, 20 to 30 minutes, are enough to produce meaningful benefits. Crucially, technique matters more than how much you lift. If you're new to resistance training, start with expert guidance, a qualified trainer, or safe, reputable beginner programs. And if you have medical conditions, recent surgeries, or joint pain, check with your healthcare provider before beginning. Remember, strength training is not just about looking stronger. It's about moving better, feeling steadier, and creating a physical foundation that makes the rest of your healthy habits easier to keep. When combined with aerobic movement and balance work, resistance exercise completes a powerful, practical plan for brain health after 40. Balance and coordination exercises are more than just fall prevention. They literally train the brain to work better with the body. As we age, we naturally lose a little coordination and balance. Tiny changes in vision, slower reflexes, or weaker ankles can make movement feel riskier. But the good news is, the nervous system is adaptable. Practice improves performance. When you do balance work, your brain and body relearn timing, spatial awareness, and muscle control. That training strengthens neural pathways involved in attention, motor planning, and sensory integration. Simple balance exercises engage vision, inner ear signals, and tiny muscles around your joints all at once. And that multi-sensory challenge is excellent brain training. Here are safe, practical examples you can try at home. Stand near a chair or a wall for support, and lift one foot slightly off the floor. Hold for 10 seconds, then switch sides. Repeat 3 to 5 times. Walk heel to toe in a straight line, slowly and deliberately. Use a hallway or a quiet path, and keep a hand near a wall if needed. Practice single-leg deadlifts using a light reach forward, keeping a soft bend in the standing knee. This trains balance and posterior chain strength. Try a short Tai Chi or gentle yoga flow focused on slow, controlled weight shifts. Each of these movements asks your brain to predict, adjust, and coordinate. Start with short sessions, 2 to 5 minutes a day, and build from there. Remember, safety first. If you feel dizzy, unstable, or experience pain, stop and consult a professional. Working with a physical therapist or certified instructor is a smart choice if you have a history of falls, vestibular issues, or joint problems. The payoff is worth it. Better balance means more confidence to move, more freedom to stay active, and a healthier brain-body connection that supports memory, focus, and everyday independence. Alright, let's bring everything together into a simple, realistic plan you can start this week. First, the foundation. Aim for brisk walking, or another moderate aerobic activity, for about 20 to 30 minutes, most days of the week. If 20 minutes feels too much at first, begin with 2 10-minute brisk walks a day, or even one 10-minute session. Consistency matters more than a single long workout. Second, add strength. 2 short strength sessions per week, 20 to 30 minutes each, are a powerful complement. Use bodyweight moves or light resistance bands. Focus on good form, not heavy weights. Third, practice balance. Spend just 2 to 5 minutes a day on simple balance drills, one-leg stands, heel-to-toe walks, or a short Tai Chi sequence. These tiny sessions add up quickly. Fourth, vary and enjoy. Include one activity that makes you smile. Dance to a favorite song, take a nature walk, or join a friend for a walk and talk. Enjoyment helps you keep going. Fifth, build slowly, and be kind to yourself. If you're returning after a break, start small. Add 5 minutes every few days. Celebrate progress, not perfection. Safety reminders. If you have heart disease, recent surgery, dizziness, or other medical concerns, check with your doctor before increasing activity. Start gently and seek professional guidance when needed. Now, a simple weekly example: Monday, 30-minute brisk walk. Tuesday, 20-minute strength routine, body weight. Wednesday, 30-minute brisk walk or dance session. Thursday, 20-minute strength routine plus 3 minutes of balance drills. Friday, 30-minute brisk walk. Saturday, active hobby, bike ride, hike, or a social dance class. Sunday, rest or a gentle 20-minute mobility and balance session. Small, consistent steps keep your heart healthy, support BDNF production, improve sleep, and reduce stress. All of which help protect memory and focus as you age. Before we finish, tell me in the comments, which activity will you try this week? Walking, dancing, strength training, or a short balance practice? Share your plan, and if you want a printable, beginner-friendly weekly sheet, say yes below and I'll add one in the description. If this video helped you, please like it. It tells YouTube this content is valuable, and it helps more people discover evidence-backed ways to protect their brain. Subscribe for more science-based tips on memory, focus, and healthy aging. Thanks for watching. Take a short walk right now, and give your brain a small, powerful gift.